Stop for just a moment, my beloved child. Before you scroll away, before you move on to another video, I want you to ask yourself one simple question. What if this moment is not a coincidence? What if there is a reason you found this message today? Maybe you have been carrying something silently that no one else understands. Maybe you have been searching for a sign, a little hope, or a reminder that you are not walking through life alone. Sometimes the heart asks questions that the lips never speak. Questions like, will things ever get better? Am I on the right path? Does my struggle have a purpose? And maybe today you don't need every answer. Maybe you only need a reminder that your story is not finished yet. My beloved child, take these next few moments and listen carefully. Let these words reach the part of your heart that has been waiting for encouragement, peace, and strength, because today's message is about hope when the road feels difficult, courage when the future feels uncertain, and discovering purpose in the seasons of life that you do not fully understand. But before we begin, I want to ask you something from your heart. If God could remind you of one thing today, what would you need to hear the most? Would it be, do not give up? You are not alone. Your breakthrough is coming. Or simply, everything will be okay. Write Amen in the comments if you are ready to listen with an open heart and share where you are watching from. You never know. Your comment may become a message of hope for someone else who needed to hear the same words today. Now, take a deep breath, quiet the noise around you, and allow this message to speak to your heart. My beloved child, this message is for you. My beloved child, before you let fear speak any louder, I want you to pause and reflect for a moment. Life has a way of making even the strongest hearts feel tired. There are days when you give everything you have, yet it still feels as though nothing is changing. You keep hoping, you keep trying, and you keep wondering if your efforts matter. If you've ever felt that weight on your shoulders, know that you are not alone. Countless people have walked through seasons of uncertainty, only to discover later that those difficult moments were shaping them into someone stronger, wiser, and more compassionate. Perhaps you've been asking yourself questions that no one else hears. Why is this taking so long? Will things ever get better? Does anyone truly understand what I'm carrying? Those questions don't make you weak. They remind us that every human heart longs for hope, direction, and peace. Today, instead of focusing on everything that seems to be going wrong, take a deep look at how far you've already come. There were challenges you thought would break you, yet somehow you kept moving forward. There were mornings when you didn't know where your strength would come from, yet you found enough courage to face another day. That strength didn't appear by accident. It grew quietly through every difficult step you refused to stop taking. My beloved child, never underestimate the value of patience. Some of life's greatest blessings require time to mature. Just as a seed grows beneath the soil long before anyone can see it, many meaningful changes begin long before they become visible. The silence you experience today does not always mean that nothing is happening. Sometimes it simply means that growth is taking place where your eyes cannot yet see. I want to ask you something. What is the one burden you've been carrying that you wish you could finally put down? Write just one word in the comments. Whether it's fear, family, health, future, or peace, your answer may encourage someone else who realizes they are not facing life's challenges alone. As you continue listening, don't rush ahead. Let each thought settle in your heart. You don't need every answer today. Sometimes the next right step is enough. Sometimes hope begins with one decision, to keep believing that tomorrow can be different from yesterday. The journey ahead may still have obstacles, but obstacles are not the end of the story. They are often the place where courage is built, where character is refined, and where hope becomes more than just a feeling. It becomes a choice. Keep that choice close to your heart as we continue, because the next part of this message explores how unexpected moments can become the turning points that reshape an entire life. My beloved child, there are seasons in life when the greatest battle is not around you, it is within you. It is the quiet struggle between hope and fear, between faith and doubt, between moving forward and giving up. From the outside, everything may seem normal. You smile, you speak kindly to others, and you continue with your daily responsibilities. Yet deep inside, you carry questions that few people know about. Perhaps you've been waiting for an opportunity that never seemed to arrive. Perhaps you've watched other people celebrate while you quietly wondered when your own season would come. It is easy to compare your journey with someone else's, but every path unfolds differently. Comparing yourself to others often hides the progress you've already made. Take a moment and think about your own story. Look back 1 year. Are you the same person you were then? Even if your circumstances have not changed as much as you hoped, there is a good chance that you have become stronger, more patient, and more resilient. Growth is not measured only by what you gain. Sometimes it is measured by what you refuse to let destroy your spirit. There is something powerful about choosing hope when disappointment has visited your life more than once. Hope is not pretending that problems do not exist. Hope is deciding that your problems will not have the final word. Every sunrise reminds us that darkness never lasts forever. Every new day offers another opportunity to take one small step toward healing, wisdom, and purpose. My beloved child, never believe the lie that your value depends on your success, your income, or the opinions of other people. Your worth is not determined by how many people applaud you or how quickly your dreams come true. Real strength begins when you understand that your identity is deeper than temporary victories or temporary setbacks. There may be people who misunderstood you. There may be doors that closed unexpectedly. There may be moments when you felt forgotten. Yet many of life's greatest stories include chapters that seemed confusing before they finally made sense. What feels like a delay today may become the very reason you are prepared for tomorrow's opportunity. So I want to ask you another question. What is one dream you have refused to give up on, even after facing disappointment? Share it in the comments using just a few words. Your story could encourage someone else who is standing at the edge of giving up today. Sometimes hope grows stronger when people realize they are walking through similar struggles together. As you continue listening, remember this. You do not need to have every answer before taking the next step. Progress is often built through small, faithful decisions repeated over time. One act of kindness, one moment of courage, one choice to keep believing. Those small choices have the power to shape an entirely different future. The next part of this journey will explore why some of the most meaningful turning points in life arrive unexpectedly, and how moments that appear ordinary can quietly become the beginning of extraordinary change. Stay with me, because the story is only beginning to unfold. My beloved child, as you continue this journey, I want you to understand something important. Not every chapter of your life will make sense while you are living through it. Some moments will feel confusing. Some seasons will feel longer than you expected. Some prayers will seem unanswered, and some dreams will appear farther away than ever before. But remember this, my beloved child, a silent season is not always an empty season. There are moments when change begins quietly, beneath the surface, before anyone can see the results. Just like the roots of a tree grow deep into the earth before the branches reach toward the sky, your life is also being strengthened in ways you may not recognize today. You may look at your current situation and only see what is missing. You may see the doors that have not opened, the opportunities that have not arrived, or the plans that did not happen the way you imagined. But I want you to look deeper. Look at the patience you have developed. Look at the wisdom you gained from difficult experiences. Look at the compassion that grew inside you because you understand what it feels like to struggle. Those things are not small. They are signs that your journey has been shaping you. My beloved child, sometimes you ask, why did I have to experience this? But one day, you may look back and realize that the very moments you wanted to escape were the moments that prepared you for something greater. The challenge was not there to destroy you. It was there to reveal your strength. The waiting was not there to punish you. It was there to teach you patience. The closed doors were not always rejection. Sometimes they were protection from paths that were not meant for you. I know there are moments when you feel tired of being patient. I know there are times when you wonder if your efforts are being noticed. You continue showing kindness even when others do not appreciate it. You continue trying even when results are slow. You continue carrying responsibilities even when nobody understands how heavy they feel. But my beloved child, your quiet efforts matter. The world may not always see your private battles. People may not know the nights when you had to encourage yourself. They may not know the moments when you had to find courage just to keep moving forward, but every step you take during difficult times is building something within you that cannot be taken away. There is a strength that only comes from surviving uncertain seasons. There is a wisdom that only comes from walking through experiences that test your patience. There is a kind of peace that comes when you finally understand that your life does not need to be perfect for it to have purpose. My beloved child, do not allow temporary circumstances to convince you that your future is hopeless. A difficult chapter is not the entire book. Disappointing moment is not the final destination. A delayed dream is not a forgotten dream. Sometimes life changes in a single unexpected moment. One conversation, one opportunity, one decision, one connection that arrives at the right time. The same person who feels lost today can become the person who inspires others. Tomorrow, the same heart that feels broken today can become the heart that brings comfort to someone else. The same person who wonders, "Why is this happening to me?" may one day say, "Now I understand why I had to go through it." My beloved child, I want you to release the need to understand everything immediately. Sometimes peace does not come from knowing every detail of the future. Sometimes peace comes from trusting that every step is teaching you something valuable. You do not need to see the entire road before you begin walking. You only need enough courage for the next step to think about how many times you believed something was impossible, yet somehow you made it through. Think about the problems you faced that once felt overwhelming, but today they are reminders of your strength. You have already overcome moments you thought you could not survive. Do not forget that. Your past victories are evidence that you have the strength to face your future challenges. My beloved child, there is another truth I want you to remember. Do not let disappointment make your heart cold. When life hurts, many people build walls around themselves. They stop trusting. They stop hoping. They stop believing that good things can happen again. But protecting your heart does not mean closing it completely. Keep your kindness, keep your compassion, keep your ability to believe in better days. The world needs people who have experienced difficulty but still choose love. People who have faced storms but still offer shelter to others. People who understand pain but still choose to bring hope. Your struggles have not made you weaker. They have given you a deeper understanding of life. My beloved child, there is a reason you are still here. There is a reason you have continued moving forward despite everything you have faced. Something inside you refused to give up. That small voice that told you to try one more time, to take one more step, to believe one more day. That voice is the reminder that your story is still being written. So today, I want you to stop carrying every burden alone. Release the fear of what you cannot control. Release the pressure to have everything figured out. Release the need to prove your worth to everyone around you. Your value was never created by achievements. Your purpose was never measured by the opinions of others. You are more than your mistakes. You are more than your failures. You are more than the moments when you felt weak. You are someone who is still growing. You are someone whose story is still unfolding. Now I want to ask you something from your heart. What is one thing you need to let go of before you can move forward? Is it fear? Is it regret? Is it anger? Is it doubt? Write one word in the comments. Sometimes naming what you carry is the first step toward releasing it. And remember, your words may help someone else realize they are not alone in their journey, my beloved child. As we continue this message, remember that every great transformation begins with a single moment of decision. Decision to believe again, a decision to hope. Again, a decision to continue walking even when the destination is not yet visible. Because sometimes the greatest miracles do not begin when everything changes around you. Sometimes they begin when something changes within you. Stay with me, because the next part will reveal why the moments that feel like the end are often the moments before a powerful new beginning. My beloved child, there comes a moment in every journey when you must stop looking only at what you have lost and begin recognizing what you have gained. For so long, you may have been focused on the things that did not happen, the opportunities that passed by, the plans that changed, the people who walked away, the dreams that seemed to move further away with every passing day. But today, I want you to see something different. Look at the person you have become. You are not the same person who started this journey. The challenges you faced have taught you patience. The disappointments you experienced have taught you wisdom. The moments when you felt alone have shown you a strength you never knew existed inside. Sometimes growth happens so quietly that you do not notice it until you look back. You were becoming stronger while you thought you were only struggling. You were learning while you thought you were only waiting. You were being prepared while you thought nothing was happening, my beloved child. Many people only celebrate the final victory, but they forget the hidden battles that happened before it. They see the success but not the sacrifices. They see the smile but not the difficult days behind it. They see the result but not the patience that created it. Never underestimate the power of your unseen moments. The days when you continued even without recognition. The days when you stayed kind even after being hurt. The days when you chose hope even when fear was louder. Those moments were building something precious within you, my beloved child. I know there were times when you wondered if you were forgotten. You looked around and saw others moving forward while you felt stuck in the same place. You questioned why your journey seemed slower. You wondered why the answers you were waiting for had not arrived yet. But remember this: a different timeline does not mean a forgotten purpose. Flower does not bloom because another flower has already opened. A sunrise does not arrive late because the night was longer. Everything has its own season. Your journey has its own timing. Do not allow comparison to steal the peace that belongs to you. Someone else's chapter is not proof that your story is behind. You are not competing with anyone. You are becoming who you were meant to become. My beloved child, there is something powerful about a person who has been through difficult seasons and still chooses to believe in goodness. Anyone can have hope when everything is easy, but real strength is revealed when you continue believing during uncertain moments. When you keep moving even though you cannot see the entire path. When you keep your heart open even after disappointment. When you continue to dream even after setbacks. That is where transformation begins. I want you to remember something today. Your current situation is not your final destination. The chapter you are reading today is not the conclusion of your story. There are pages ahead that you have not seen yet. There are moments waiting for you that you cannot imagine today. There are opportunities that may arrive in ways you never expected. Sometimes the greatest changes enter your life quietly, not with a loud announcement, not with a warning, but through one small moment that changes everything. A single opportunity, a single conversation, a single decision to believe again. My beloved child, do not give up because the answer has taken longer than you expected. Some things take time because they are creating a stronger foundation. A house built quickly without a strong foundation cannot stand for long, but something built with patience can survive storms. Your life is also being built. Every lesson, every challenge, every moment of patience. They are becoming part of your foundation. So today I want you to release the fear that tells you nothing will change. I want you to release the doubt that tells you your best days are behind you. Your story is still moving. Your journey is still unfolding. And the same person who once cried because of a difficult season may one day smile because they understand why they had to walk through it. My beloved child, before we continue, I want to ask you something. What is one thing you are choosing to believe will improve in your life? Write your answer in the comments with faith and hope. Maybe it is your future. Maybe it is your family. Maybe it is your dreams. Maybe it is your peace. Your words may become a reminder for someone else who needs encouragement today. And remember this, you do not need to see the entire future to have faith in the next step. Keep walking, keep growing, keep believing, because sometimes the moment when you feel the weakest is the exact moment when you are closer than ever to a new beginning. Stay with me, because the next part will reveal how hidden blessings often appear after the longest seasons of waiting, and why the delay you experienced may have been preparing you for something greater than you imagined. My beloved child, as you continue listening, I want you to understand something that many people discover only after years of experience. Sometimes the longest waiting seasons are not empty spaces in your life. They are preparation periods. There are things being developed inside you that cannot be rushed. Patience cannot be learned in a single day. Wisdom cannot be gained without experience. A strong heart is not created through comfort alone. It is often shaped through moments when you had every reason to quit, but you chose to continue. My beloved child, perhaps you have been looking for a sign that everything will be okay. Perhaps you have been hoping for one clear moment that will remove all your doubts and show you exactly what tomorrow will bring. But sometimes the greatest signs are not found outside of you. Sometimes they are found in the strength that has already grown within you. Think about all the moments you believed you would not overcome. Think about the days when you felt like the weight was too heavy. Think about the times when you had more questions than answers. Yet here you are, still standing, still learning, still moving forward. Do you realize what that means? It means there is something powerful inside you that refused to disappear. My beloved child, never underestimate the importance of small beginnings. Many people wait for a huge opportunity before they believe change is possible. They think transformation must arrive with something dramatic and unforgettable, but many beautiful things begin quietly. A small decision, a new mindset, a moment of courage, a choice to stop believing the negative thoughts that have controlled your heart for too long. Small steps repeated with faith can create a completely different future. Do not ignore the small progress you have made. The world may not celebrate every step you take, but every step matters. The seed does not look impressive when it is hidden beneath the soil. Yet within that small seed exists the possibility of something much greater. Your current situation may not reveal your full potential. Your present circumstances do not define everything you can become. My beloved child, there may be people who only remember your mistakes. There may be people who only see where you are today and judge your journey without understanding your struggles. But do not allow someone else's limited vision to become your own belief about yourself. You know the battles you have fought. You know the strength it took to continue. You know the moments when you had to encourage yourself. Your journey is valuable because it is yours. Every person has a different road. Some people receive their answers quickly. Some people experience unexpected changes. Some people must walk through longer seasons before they see the results they hoped for. But a longer journey does not mean a meaningless journey. Sometimes the people who wait the longest develop the deepest understanding. Sometimes the hearts that experience the most challenges become the hearts that bring the most comfort to others. My beloved child, One day you may look back at this season and realize that what felt like a delay was actually a preparation. You may understand that certain doors remained closed because another path was being created. You may realize that some things had to change within you before the things around you could change. Because before a new chapter begins outside, a transformation often begins inside. Your thoughts change, your perspective changes, your confidence grows, your understanding becomes deeper, and suddenly you realize you are no longer waiting for the old version of your life. You are ready for something new. My beloved child, I want you to release the fear of starting again. Do not believe that because something ended, everything is over. Sometimes endings are simply invitations to begin differently. A closed chapter creates space for a new one. A lesson creates wisdom for the future. A difficult season creates appreciation for peaceful days. Everything you experience can become part of your growth. Today, I want you to remember this. You are not walking through life without purpose. You are not forgotten. You are not invisible. Your journey has meaning, even during the moments when you cannot understand it. So I want to ask you something from your heart. What is one new beginning you are hoping for in your life? Is it a new opportunity, a new direction, restored relationship, a peaceful mind? Write one word in the comments. Your answer may become a message of hope for someone who is quietly waiting for their own new beginning. My beloved child, continue believing. The story is not finished. The chapter you are living right now is only preparing you for what comes next. Because sometimes the greatest blessings do not arrive when everything is easy. They arrive after you have learned how strong you truly are. Stay with me, because in the next part, we will explore the moment when patience turns into progress, and how a person can recognize that change is finally beginning to appear. My beloved child, as we reach the final part of this message, I want you to remember the most important lesson from this entire journey. You were never only waiting for something to change around you. You were also becoming someone stronger within. For so long, you may have been searching for answers. You may have been waiting for a sign that your efforts were not wasted. You may have wondered if all the patience, all the struggles, and all the moments when you chose to keep going would ever lead somewhere meaningful. Today, I want you to look back. Look at the road behind you. Remember the moments you thought you would not overcome. Remember the days when you felt uncertain about the future. Remember the times when you had to find courage, even when you felt tired. Those moments were not meaningless. They were part of your story. They were shaping your character. They were preparing your heart for the person you are becoming. My beloved child, sometimes we only recognize blessings after we have walked through difficult seasons. A person who has never experienced a storm may not appreciate the beauty of calm skies. A person who has never faced uncertainty may not understand the value of peace. A person who has never struggled may not recognize the strength that comes from perseverance. Your experiences have given you something valuable. They have given you a deeper understanding of life. They have taught you compassion. They have shown you that even in difficult moments, there is always a reason to keep moving forward. My beloved child, do not carry the old weight of yesterday into the new possibilities of tomorrow. Release the things you cannot change. Release the regrets that continue to steal your peace. Release the fear that tells you your best days are already behind you. Your future is not limited by your past. Your mistakes are not the end of your story. Your delays are not proof that you have been forgotten. Every new day gives you another opportunity to grow, to learn, and to move closer to the life you hope to create. My beloved child, I want you to understand something about timing. Not everything happens when you want it to happen, but many things happen when you are ready to receive them. Sometimes the waiting season was building your patience. Sometimes the difficult season was building your strength. Sometimes the unexpected changes were guiding you toward a better direction. What you saw as an obstacle may have been a lesson. What you saw as a loss may have created space for something new. What you saw as the end may have only been the beginning of a different chapter. My beloved child, from this moment forward, walk with confidence. Not because you know every detail of the future, but because you know that you have already overcome so much. Do not allow fear to control your decisions. Do not allow doubt to silence your dreams. Do not allow temporary situations to convince you that permanent hope is impossible. There is still more ahead for you. There are still moments of joy you have not experienced. There are still opportunities you have not discovered. There are still chapters of your life waiting to be written. Remember, the strongest trees are not created by avoiding storms. They become strong because they learn how to stand through them, and you are also learning how to stand. My beloved child, today I want you to make a simple promise to yourself. Promise that you will continue believing. Promise that you will continue growing. Promise that you will not give up on the possibilities that still exist. You do not need to have everything figured out today. You only need the courage to take the next step. One step can lead to another. One decision can change a direction. One moment of hope can begin a completely new chapter. So before this message ends, I want to ask you one final question. What is one thing you are grateful for today? It can be something small. It can be a lesson you learned. It can be a person who helped you. It can be a new hope you discovered. Write it in the comments, because gratitude reminds your heart that even during difficult seasons, there are still blessings around you. My beloved child, never forget this. Your story is not defined by the moments that tested you. Your story is defined by the courage you found to continue. The waiting was not wasted. The lessons were not forgotten. The journey was not meaningless. Everything you experienced helped shape the person you are today. Walk forward with hope. Walk forward with patience. Walk forward knowing that a new chapter can begin at any moment, because the same heart that once felt lost can discover direction. The same person who once felt weak can discover strength, and the same journey that once seemed impossible can become the story that inspires someone else. My beloved child, this is not the end of your journey. It is the beginning of everything that comes next. Keep believing, keep growing, keep moving forward. Your story is still being written.